I'd like to think that we've all experienced a few really bad teachers. I don't know about you guys, but I've been to plenty of schools where the teachers were maybe not so aware all the time. They'd constantly be asking for some pretty expensive things from us poor kids and from mostly poor-ish families. I don't know why all of you 8-year-olds are so irresponsible. Your parents just need to attend this event with you. Miss, we have church that day, and my mom refuses to miss church. Miss Teacher, my parents can't be in the same place at the same time.
Teacher, I'm actually at my dad's house that weekend, so I'm actually in a city 3 hours away.
I had more than a handful of teachers who seemed so well adjusted, so very well adjusted. They could manage their emotions just so well, and they always took responsibility for their mistakes. hmm But yeah, there were a few projects or assignments that were either really bizarre or just did not age well at all. In fifth grade, we were reading My Side of the Mountain. My memory's a little bit blurry, but I think it was about a boy who randomly walked off to live in the woods by himself. He did things like living in a tree hollow, I think. He kidnapped a baby falcon and raised it to hunt for him. He was basically a 10-year-old who had to learn to be independent. Our teacher wanted to give us an assignment that would mirror the main character's experience. Which, now that I'm an adult, I'm realizing that that is a wild concept. A 10-year-old who wanders off into the forest and your parents don't report you missing. Or heck, I think in this book they even encouraged him to live out in the sticks without any healthcare, stable food source, shelter. Yeah, overall, 10 out of 10 parenting. They're probably going to jail. And yeah, our teacher wanted to recreate that feeling of abandonment in her students. The assignment that she wanted us to do was to lock ourselves in our rooms with no human contact or modern luxuries like electricity or internet for that period of time. Our parents or family would just need to leave a plate of food for us at mealtimes. Parents were obviously livid at this assignment. Okay, Miss Teacher, we are a family of 5 living in a studio apartment. How do you propose we complete this assignment?
My child has chores to do, but instead they'll just be sitting and enjoying the weekend? That's unacceptable.
I'm gonna have to bring the food to their rooms? What am I, a maid? Hey, I need to administer my child's medication because if I don't, I am neglecting them and I would go to jail. My child is only 9 years old and cannot administer their medication by themselves. To be fair, most of us students wanted to do the assignment. Heck, I get to stay in my room and no one in my family is allowed to bother me? Yes, I don't think the teacher understood who her students were, but for most of us, we had chaotic home lives. We didn't have our own rooms or private space to ourselves. We faced abuse. Some of us actually went to work with our parents on the weekends. And we totally understood the main character's desire to disappear into the woods. We wanted to do it too. The assignment obviously didn't age well either, and I wonder if that teacher remembered that ridiculous assignment when 2020 happened. Stay inside, don't talk to anyone, scarcity of resources, survival mode. I wonder if she finally understood how ridiculous that assignment was. Another stupid project that we had, create an invention. Yep, that was the whole prompt. No idea what it meant or what we were supposed to do. He put us into groups and told us to create a new invention that would change the world. There was no other direction or instructions. Students would ask questions, and the teacher would just get more and more irritated with us. So, when it was time to present our initial ideas, this is how that went. We're researching on how to turn coconuts into toothpaste. Toothpaste has already been invented, so no, you need to be making something new. We're doing research on turning heat into light sources. Ugh. Light bulbs have already been invented. Were you not listening? You have to be making something new. Um, Trains powered by green energy? No one is listening. Trains have already been invented. You're supposed to be making something new. Also, I want you to bring me a full working model of whatever you guys create. So what, you're gonna bring a whole train to the school? Why would you do that? Uh, so the teacher eventually lost interest in our class and he did not show up to the classroom for the rest of the school year. He still worked at the school and we saw him pretty often. I don't know what he got paid for, but it wasn't teaching, that's for sure. By the way, that wasn't a science class of any kind. It was a literature and writing class, if I remember correctly. This next one isn't a dumb assignment per se, but more like it was assigned to the wrong group of people. I don't even remember what kind of class it was. I want to say that it was maybe home ec or values, but anyways, it was a workbook assignment. It had a weird mix of questions that varied in levels, if that makes sense. Some questions seemed like they were for young children, and others seemed like they should have been for adults. What do you do when you're happy? Draw a picture of it. What do you do when you are sad? Draw a picture of it. What would you do if you felt pregnant and you didn't know who the father was? What do you do when you're worried? Draw a picture. I'm so glad they did not ask me to draw a picture for that other one, though. But, anyways, there were around 30 or so confusing whiplash type questions, and I was just not feeling it that day. I did answer everything seriously until the very last question. Like the writing teacher, this teacher had not shown their face in the class for the past few months, to the point where I did not remember the teacher anymore. We were shocked that they had even sent an assignment for the class. I was not at all confident that the teacher would even review or check our work. There were 50 of us students, and they'd be looking at 30 plus answers with pictures. No way that they're actually looking at it. So, for the last question, what do you do when you are angry with someone? I would punch them in the face and then go get ice cream. Lo and behold, I got bits back. After class, I did not see the teacher. Not because I'm rebellious and I'm too cool to listen to the teachers. No, it was mostly because I had already forgotten the name of the teacher and had no idea where to find them. I'm here to see a teacher. Which teacher? Don't know. What class do they teach? Don't know. Are they a boy or are they a girl? Don't know. So yeah, that didn't go anywhere. I actually have more stories of teachers and weird assignments, but I know I said I'd try to do shorter and more frequent videos instead, so I'm gonna end it here. Let me know if you wanted to know more about my schooling years. I've also been thinking about going live or streaming some of the drawing challenges I've been doing with some friends, so let me know if that's something y'all are interested in, and I'll make a community post about it sometime. Yeah, enjoy your week and stay safe. Bye bye!